Friends, let's talk. Lots to talk about here. BBIG, we're going to get to that. Obviously, there's something that we need to talk about these dark pools, what could happen, with this low price right now. Low prices do bring high prices because of mass volume and buy-in. So first of all, the stock market did pretty good today. We saw a lot of green, a lot of movement, more than usual. Biden sold a lot of our reserved oil to China, and now Tucker Carlson is asking for Biden to resign. So this is what's going on today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. So friends, quick few house things that I am doing here right now. These are some stocks that I am buying right now. These are things that I am looking at, I am putting money into when they fall apart more, buying on, obviously I didn't buy any of them today because they were all up, but I'm just trying to be, just show you what I'm doing here. A lot of people ask me, and these are just things that I'm looking at, and there's things that I really think you should pay attention to. Obviously, they're pretty affordable for every investor. So hopefully that kind of puts you where my headspace is right now with all this. So friends, with that, let's talk about Vinco Ventures. So I'm going to make this real fast. So with this tweet right here that happened here in July, talking about these dark pools right now with Zash, Vinco Ventures, we got Cryptide. So obviously here's one part. Here's the two main parts right now. Here's where I see a lot of people arguing. These are where the two camps sit right now with Vinco Ventures. We have people that are strictly in Vinco Ventures for the wham bam of this is going to explode. We're looking for these dark pools. We're looking for Vinco Ventures just to have an explosion to a $20 to a $30 to a $40 mark. We have been talking about that for over a year now. Here is the other aspect of that. Do I want that to happen? Absolutely. That's good news. That's good for everyone. Everyone's making money. Fantastic. Of course I'm with that. Here's the other sector of that conversation. Here's the other part of it. We've been talking about that. This is not the bull market we had. Vinco Ventures is going to probably go down even more. I'm a firm believer of that situation because we're seeing it. I've been saying it for 2 months now, and it keeps happening. And saying that when something is so low, when something has been demolished that has such a history and such a what's coming in the future should bring in big revenue, should bring in lots of attention, it's really something we need to pay attention to, and that's Vinco Ventures here. Like I said, with mass sell-off and looking at something that's so cheap right now, if you've been in the stock market for any time, you probably know that it comes also with big buyback in. And that's really what I'm expecting with Vinco Ventures. And honestly, today I thought we were going to have a little bit better of a day because the overall market did pretty good. But we did not. So that kind of leads me to believe that we're probably going to see this fall down to $1 to a high 90-cent range. Now, the question is, how long is that going to last? And obviously, I am talking about Vinco Ventures as a stock just sitting right now with no news, no nothing. Its last remaining leg piece of news that it had was Cryptide. Cryptide happened. It's falling apart. People are waiting to buy that at an even cheaper rate. And we're just watching the overall destruction of the market, and every growth stock, Vinco Ventures right there with it, is doing pretty bad compared to what it should be doing if we're talking about even 2 years ago from that market. So key points here to kind of sum up what I'm thinking here and what I'm saying. Since we have been watching Vinco Ventures, it's kind of been a creature of habit. One thing that we can probably expect, like I said, Vinco Ventures will take more pain. That will probably come no matter what. We can't help it. It's gonna happen. We've still got quite a little bit of time before we even get to quarterlies, which I'm not expecting much for quarterlies here. They're not going to be life-changing. Now with Zash, Vinco Ventures, Cryptide, Lemotive, all that wrapped in together, that's what I'm looking at for the future of putting money into Vinco Ventures, obviously. Trying to get my hands on all these companies at once. So friends, really, here's what I want to say, and I think a lot of you might agree with this, especially if you were part of the bull market of, the last 2 years ago, we'll just say 2 years ago. A lot of us were doing a lot of short trading. I mean, this was a daily occurrence. I mean, you could short trade American Airlines. That's how crazy the market was. Obviously, we're in a different market right now, and I think right now we really need to look at investing. We're not seeing a lot of investing. When I say investing, I think we need to look at for the next year or two investing. I think we need to look at for the next 3 to 5, 5 to 10. We need to look at what Vinco Ventures could be in those time spans and other stocks as well. I think if you are here chasing Vinco Ventures for this big pop that we have been talking about for over a year, you're probably going to get upset. You're probably going to get hurt. And it's going to get uglier probably for, everyone that's chasing Vinco Ventures to have a pop here. Now, the flip side to that, even talking to myself here, I sure know that Vinco Ventures can do what it wants and it could have a reverse upside down effect any day. We have seen that time and time again. I know that this could be at a $2.50 to a $4 mark next week off of some random news on it. But I don't know that it will support it and stay at that level. So friends, key points. I'm bullish on Vinco Ventures, but I do think it's going to take more damage until we see something change here. And I do think the overall market is going to take even more damage going into this year like we have not seen before. So friends, with all that said, I will talk to you very soon. I do wish all of you the best of luck. Friends, have a great night. Bye everyone.